Let's hop to it. Let's keep them alive.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Oh, okay. Alright, as Kalia sort of gets near to the Holy See people, the captain sort of jams his banner right into the floor after taking a few steps forward. Let me see. We should be able to see its aura.
I'm really digging these orchestral soundtracks, by the way.
Yeah, it's really hard to find a lot of them.
Just look at the Dark Souls OSTs, dude.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
Kalius, this may be good to you or may be bad to you. What is your alignment?
That is actually a very, very good question. Chaotic neutral.
Oh, in that case, you just feel the warmth emanating from sort of the banner itself, and it sort of washes over you. And you feel a little bit lighter on your feet.
Ah, most excellent.
Alright. It becomes Arcturius Flick's turn.
Run! Boink. Just waving your hands like crazy, throwing up all kinds of shit. Just like, look at me.
Alright. Are you just smoke screening it or fireworking it?
I think you're muted. Or
Yeah,
your
I'm
microphone
smoke
is-
screening in my location. Fuck, I've been talking the entire time. Sorry, like an idiot. Jesus. Yeah. So I chucked the spell token as the bonus, and I did the smoke screen as my primary action,
Gotcha.
and I moved back 30 feet. So yeah.
Okay. This is to save from the damage. Alright, cool. It fails, I assume. 7 probably fails.
Yeah. Hang on. I'll roll the damage. Give me a sec. Planing sphere. Roll 3. Yeah. Hey.
Alright. It takes that amount of damage as the flaming sphere sort of drives itself into the base of the worm just above the water of the swamp. The worm sort of like dives deep underneath again and reappears where Arcturius Flick is. Can you roll a dexterity save?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey.
Alright. And now you'll roll acrobatics.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Oh.
Alright, so the worm sort of dives under the water and reappears where the bridge is, sending it and you flying some 40 feet. I was dragging you, sorry. So, like, right there.
That's good.
Okay, Doug. What about the smoke? Does that obscure it or anything?
You land... No, it barely even bothers it. Barely even bothers it. In fact, I think it actually disperses it just from its own...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, strong wind disperses it. Yeah, it just rises up and the smoke gets pushed away, and you take 7 amount of damage from falling after being sent through the air.
Yep.
And then the massive worms also attacks you.
Dang it.
Oh yeah, make a dex save for me.
Okay.
It doesn't actually have an attack, I just realized. Alright, then massive worms, it does a... Alright, so DC 14, you take 7 acid damage as they sort of splelch onto the backside of you as you land and stand back up. It becomes the Holy Sea's turn. All the knights move together. They sprint up as far as they can, which isn't actually very far because they're in heavy armor.
I know the pain.
Can I chuck my firebolt since I can see the worm?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Oh, not your turn yet, though.
I readied an action too.
Oh, right. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Yeah, go for it. And 27 definitely hits. Roll your damage.
Cha! 10 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, so it goes right into the mouth of the worm and it explodes inside and it sort of just closes its mouth and rises a little bit before opening its maw again and letting out a large roar that sort of sends spittle flying all over the place. And the knights that are to sort of the edges of the water, they plant down their flags as well. Tobias, what's your alignment?
Lawful neutral, I believe. Yes.
Alright. You also feel pretty good from the energy that's emanating from these flags as it becomes Thorin's turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to... Oh, fuck. Alright. I'm going to move up 23, pick Arcturus up, put him over my shoulder. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 120 pounds.
And inventory?
Plus 56 pounds.
Alright, so I'm reduced to half speed for doing this. But I hoist you over my shoulder so you don't take attacks of opportunity, and I'm double dash, and I can get to here. And my spiritual weapon stabs it in the gut because it's right there.
Yeah, I don't resist.
Roll your spiritual weapon.
Hoo-yah!
Oh yeah. You see your spiritual weapon, it was a sword, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it sort of stabs into the base of the worm yet again, and you see its armor sort of crack open a little bit, revealing a bit of pink soft flesh. Is that the end of your turn?
That's me.
Alright, Carlios.
Alrighty, so. And I know this is probably a little bit metagaming, but I wasn't actually sure. Is Thorin looking to move away, like run away, or
Oh yeah, I'm like halfway through running towards the crowd.
towards the Holy See?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, well, in that case, I sort of ready in action, or not ready, but I sort of stay on alert, waiting for everyone to come back to this point before I bail too.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Holy Sea Knight that's sort of near you, the captain himself, as he sort of takes a few steps forward, he just puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Don't worry, we'll handle this. Just head back to safety. We've got a camp somewhere far away. Maybe 30 minutes down this way." And he points directly that way. And he just says, "Follow the flags."
Sweet. Thank you. So yeah, I
does that end
just
your turn?
pretty much I'll just ready for Thorin and Tobias to head this way before I leave.
Okay. The other knights, the two that I've just planted their flags, they remain in their spot as the three run up. He comes up to here, he comes up to there, he comes up to there. Now, the knights to the sides, they plant down their flags, sending out a ray of influence. Thorin, what's your alignment? And Arcturus, what's your alignment?
Neutral good.
You said that at the same time, I didn't catch either one.
Sorry. You go
Thorin
first.
first.
Oh, okay. Neutral good.
Okay. You heal for that amount. Any over heal goes to your temporary hit points. And Arcturus, what was yours?
Out of control.
Okay, nothing happens to you. But as you sort of get about there, you see the mass of worms sort of dissolve in the light as they burn to cinders, and it becomes Tobias' turn.
Yo, where can I get some of these fucking flags? These things are awesome.
I'm going to back up a bit again, but I'm going to shout, "We can take it together. We can't just let this thing keep wandering about and so close to Arterton." And I chuck some fire at it. So what else do I have? I cast Melf's Minute Meteors. So I must make 2
Gotta
dexterity
teach me
saving
that
throws.
spell.
Dexterity save, huh?
Twice.
It's not very good at it.
I figured
not.
it's massive.
Oh!
was really weird. It had an... Oh, that's not a nat one. Don't worry. It fails the first one and completely avoids the second one. It sort of it sort of like shouts towards the meteors, and it sends the second fireballs flying off into the distance, as the first one does impact it.
Okie doke. That's my turn.
Nat 20.
Alright. Arcturus.
So, Thorin's still carrying me, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll put you down if you want.
Nah. Thorin, continue carrying me. I will hold this off.
Old fuck, let's fucking go.
And I shove the spell token into the creature's mouth, if I can, the flaming fireball. Is that a thing I can do?
Like too far.
Oh, it might be. It's like there, so it might be. Yeah, it's probably way too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case... Hang on, how does this work in terms of verticality?
I think it says it can like go up a certain amount and jump to a certain height.
Yeah. Hang on, let me check.
I don't think it can go up to its mouth, but it can attack the base of it.
Okay,
Yeah,
5 foot
5 foot.
jump.
this means
Yeah.
5 foot
10
10.
foot.
Yeah.
Definitely not enough.
Okay.
Horizontal leap.
Okay, I'll put it in this wherever I can, in the center of it, whatever. And with my actual action, I will drop a magic missile. That's my last third level spell.
Alright, the magic missile sort of smacks into the giant worm, and you see some of the sides of its carapace sort of crack open as well. Dealing 15 damage. Man, all the nat ones for your high level costs.
I know, it's tragic. What about the
Yeah, it was a dex save, right?
yeah, dex save 16. Hey,
Damage for it? Oh, yeah,
it's a 10 damage. Yep.
Alright, gotcha. Okay.
Mr. DM, should I have rolled for the wild magic surge?
No. Reason being, whilst you're inside the influence of the banners, you feel much more calm. The
Okay.
magical entities within you are like a cool flowing current rather than a raging ocean.
So good to know.
Alright, Arcturus, as you end that turn, the worm yet again spews forth several other giant worms. It would if I could find the token. So yeah, it sort of goes, "Bleh," and several more worms appear all over the place. And then it disappears underneath the water. Those worms are going to share the giant worm's initiative, but because they only just got summoned, they don't actually take a turn. And the knights, they do their thing. He moves over, and he moves up to attack the other worm. This knight, I can't look at it. He moves between you, Thorin, and the other one, as does the other one. It's a sort of body block for you guys. And they give you guys the thumbs up as they lay into the worms, or they attempt to. Yeah, I could say attempt. Yeah,
Oh!
Alright, so that one hits, that one hit. Okay, so all the worms are being hacked away by these great swords, and the knights also point at Thorin and Arcturus, and they inspire you with leadership. You get an extra d6.
Is that like a bardic inspiration?
Yep.
Cool.
But it's as long as you're within 30 feet, you always get to roll.
Oh shit.
So I'll mark out the dudes who are inspiring you lot with the red dots. So that guy's yelling at the both of you, and as is the other one. So the both of you can roll a d6, and Tobias, you also get the same benefit from the guard from the knight that's behind you. As it becomes Thorin's turn.
Alright, I kind of just look up to Arcturus on my shoulder and say, are we staying and fighting or are we running?
Oh, I suppose we can stay and fight. These gentlemen have helped us so far, and we
Alright.
seem to be doing quite well.
Cool. Alright, I plop him down. And then I will turn and back this guy up. And I will move to 30 here. Is that far enough to flank?
No.
Nope. Alright, whatever. Close enough. and my spiritual weapon floats its 20 feet in this general direction. And I stab it.
All right, roll your attack.
Hiya!
Sweet. You slice open the mouth of the giant worm, and it sort of like splits in two as it falls over. You instantly kill it.
Nice.
Wow, that's a big X. I'm gonna delete it. There you go. It dies. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Carlios.
Okay, so seeing that these guys are definitely not running away, I'm going to join the party. Using... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to move my full 60 feet, so that's with dash and movement. And I am still not close enough, so I will shoot with the short bow.
You do say. That hits.
And,
Roll damage.
and I'll also turn off my advantage at some point.
You get sneak attack as well.
Oh, sweet.
Alright. You manage to utilize the distraction that the knight sort of provides you, and you land an arrow right in the nose of the giant worm, if it had a nose, and it takes 15 points of damage. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Alright. So as it becomes the knight captain's turn, you hear him, everyone sort of hears this as he puts a hand up to the banner, and he yells out sort of like a command or like a chant, if you will, and he just goes, "For war and passion! Let them taste steel, blessed by the light of Anil." And you see this lightning sort of crackle in his hands, and it jumps from banner to banner, and the two worms take this
500
amount
damage.
of lightning damage.
Holy crap.
Whoa!
I wasn't far off. Jesus.
This one immediately crumples to ash and dies, as the other one is left writhing on the floor, sort of convulsing a little bit. As it becomes Tobias' turn.
I'm a fireball that last one.
It's like, oh yeah, well this is what I can do, yeah. Roll damage.
Fireball
yeah.
is pretty good though.
As the worm sort of writhing on the floor, as it sort of slithers upright a little bit, it catches a firebolt in the head, and it reduces it to nothing, as it too dies. Bam.
I helped.
You did help. Now the knights who are near everyone, they sort of start gesturing backwards towards the captain and they're all just sort of going, "Move! Move now, it's not safe here yet."
I don't disagree. I move back. Oh, actually, on my turn, I move back.
Yeah, Tobias, do you wish to move?
I see no problem with moving back, but I'm not gonna run. I'm just backing up, keeping an eye out for that worm that I know is probably still about. And I'll call back to him and say, "We've done well enough so far. We can help you finish that worm."
All of the knights sort of look at you, and if you could see under their visor, you would know that they smile a little. But you can't see that smile, so...
Do I get the sense they're being, condescending, or are they
Oh no, sort of like this is what we're trained for, sort of feeling.
They feel very confident that they've got this.
that's
This
my
is
turn.
nothing new to them.
I feel kind of bad just leaving him to it after, we beat up Olava and then his flesh golem and now this worm. Kind of weird. Halfway done.
But yeah, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Arcturius.
Okay, I'm going to... Well, I might as well sprint. Yeah. I head back to rendezvous with Tobias and Kallias. I do that as a double move. And my spell token will probably pop out at that distance, I think. I don't know how that works.
It'll say if it vanishes if it's outside of a certain range of you.
Yeah. Nope, it doesn't specify, so I guess it sticks around.
What spell is this? The sphere?
Yeah, Flaming Sphere.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to.
If it's outside your range, I assume
Yeah.
it disappears.
Yeah, well, in that case, it'll probably disappear then. Hang on, let's just check the range. Yeah, it's gone.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I can't prepare an action anyway because I just used 2 actions to move, so no. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright.
Before we go on, I had a bonus action left over. Could I ready an action if that worm shows up to chuck some more meteors at it?
Not with a bonus action.
Okay, I can chuck them as a bonus action.
With a
normally.
bonus action, yeah, but you can't do that when it's not your turn just because it would be a reaction.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright. If that's the end of that, the worm sort of appears to everyone's north and it smashes the other house into smithereens and it sort of careens towards the sole knight by himself and it knocks over the teleporter, flattening it completely and destroying it on the spot as the knight is instantly consumed.
Oh boy.
Carlius, roll a dexterity save. And it knocks this flag out of commission. You get to roll a d6 to that.
You're being inspired.
Oh, never mind. You get thrown some 40 feet this way, and you take 9 falling damage. Or half of that with your evasion.
Yeah. So 4 it is.
And as the giant worm sort of comes into contact with the banner's rays, you see lightning sort of leap from the banners towards the worm, and it gets shocked a few times as it disappears back underneath the water. It becomes the knight's turn. The front knights start booking it backwards as fast as they can, staying well within the banners. Bye, Thorin. He says in character.
See ya.
And then as they come up to Arcturus Flict, he speaks a healing word to Arcturus Flict. The knight behind Carlius speaks a healing word to you, and the other one speaks it to Tobias.
Thank you.
So first one is Flict, second one is Carlius, third one is Tobias.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you,
wasting
sir.
that high roll on me.
And once they're done, they start pulling back too.
I'll take your roll as well if you don't want it.
Alright. That's the end of their turn as it becomes Thorin's turn.
It's time to fucking go, lads! Woo! I've run out of range of my
As
storage weapon. and it
Thorin
comes-
runs past the flag, I yelled to him, "Perhaps you should take the flag!"
Can I do that?
You can try.
I asked the Knights of the Holy See, can I take the flag with us?
No! Don't touch the flags!
So yes, sir! And I keep running.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Carlios.
And Carlios fucking legs it.
It's time
Or
to
the-
fucking go.
He's like, nope, fuck that.
Can you stop right here for me?
Right here.
Yeah, where my arrow is pointing. Yep.
Yep.
So as you sort of get up to there, one of the knights puts a hand onto your shoulder and he looks up to his captain and says, "He's a fucking tiefling!" And the captain sort of turns to his junior and says, "We're here to rescue anyone that's alive that can provide information, so you let him through." And with a he lets you through. You can continue now.
Yep. So there's my remaining 60.
Oh yeah, roll a dexterity save too while you're at it.
Ah,
He's gonna try to trip you.
pretty reasonable. Oh!
Hey.
Alright. Unless he gets in that
Backflip,
20. No, he
backflip.
doesn't. He sticks his leg out to try to trip you. What do you do?
I backflip and flip the finger to that son of a bitch.
As you see the leg come out, you backflip into the air, and it's almost as though slow motion. You sort of finger gun him with your middle finger, flipping him up multiple times, and you land, do a roll, and then you run off into the distance.
Yeah.
The captain sort of prepares an action. No one knows what action it is, and it becomes Tobias'
This
turn.
is the suspense.
Well, if these guys are falling back, then yeah, let's skedaddle. Back up, ready in action, and chuck some fireballs at Big Purple and Ugly if he shows up.
Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I believe so.
Alright, Arcturus flicked. I always say flicked. I don't know why.
It's in the past tense.
Alright. Am I unable to persuade you to perhaps end your turn anywhere else? Oh, you're muted still. We're not talking if you're talking.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. I guess I can end somewhere else.
Oh,
Where would
don't
you like
have
me to end my
It's-
turn?
No, it's just up to you.
Okay, I'll shuffle over a couple of feet to the right.
Alright. Yeah, that sounds
When
good.
the DM asks you if you're sure about something,
You say no.
But yeah, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. I'm preparing an action to throw fireballs. Sorry.
Alright. And then, could all the prepared actions please roll your attacks as the worm yet again appears?
Huzzah. Pew.
Alrighty. Let me pick up the worm's thingo. Dexterity save, huh? Wow. That's not gonna go. Two rolls for that, right?
yes. 16 damage.
Yeah, it does. It takes full damage as soon as it comes out of the water. It gets smacked in the face by meteors, but then it sort of roars, and several bit of swamp water comes gushing towards you lots, and it dissolves the firebolt in midair.
Okie doke.
And as it roars, various other things come into existence. I'll move that to the back so I can see. Okay, and then it also disappears under the water again. You must be getting so tired of that one now. But yes, this Holy Knight Captain. I have so many sheets open, it's actually ridiculous. So the knights right next to the worms, they all make their attacks. They attack 2 times, not at advantage, just 2 strikes each. And they completely...
This one to my north might be at advantage because we're flanking this one in the middle.
Yeah, no, I'll allow it.
This bad boy.
Alright, he finally... So they both swing crazily with their great swords, and they miss their mark, being thrown off by the sudden appearance of the worm and like the, swamp juices throwing them off balance. But he manages to catch one of the worms in the back for 12 slashing damage. The knights behind Tobias, they run up and they body block for you.
Thank you.
Why, you're welcome, citizen! And then they attack the next one. Advantage just because Arcturus is there. Alright, cool. They slash the worm into tiny little pieces, and it's open, and you can see its eggs writhing around, but it still remains alive as it becomes Doran's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna move around to this spot here to flank. And as I strike down, I see the knight on the other side, and I say, "Man, anywho's guide our blades!" Oh!
Because
Fuck
Neil's not
Eddie.
your god. You feel Corvus sort of turn in his grave, and he throws your attack off.
Into the dirt, just like, oh.
Yeah, so you sort of swing at the worm because it's much lower than you are. Your sword tip sort of slabs deep into the earth. It's going to require a DC 15 strength to remove.
If you're flanking, don't you get advantage?
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh, thank Christ.
Oh, that's very good. Not one, not
Yay! And they do the same damage, that's nice.
So you sort of stab into the dirt and then you lift it up and you're like, wait, that's not how it goes. Yeah! And then you slash again, dealing a whopping 9 damage to the worm.
10 damage.
Oh yeah. There you go, 10 damage. The knight shoots you a glare and you can see sort of through the slit of his visor. His eyes are crinkled like he's smiling.
Hell yeah. I'm totally on the same page as these guys.
As it becomes Carly's turn.
Yeah, well, Carlos ain't sticking around. He's gone. So he's moving another 90 feet. To there.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Now it's the Knight Captain's turn. He didn't get to pop his prepared action because it didn't work. So he runs all the way up to the first worm in front of Tobias and he tries to hack it into tiny little pieces. Using Arcturius Flick as his advantage granter.
Oh.
And very deftly, he cuts the worm into tiny little pieces, and before they even touch the floor, he runs up even more, and then stops right there. And then he points back and says, "Quick! To the ship!" And
I'm trying!
It becomes Tobias's turn.
Okay. Let me just check this to make sure I'm not going to accidentally blow up our 5 feet, so yeah, so I chuck a meteor each of these 2 worms, a bonus action.
Yep.
So I have to make dexterity saving throws.
Yep. Alright, both of them take full damage from your meteors as they smack into their little faces.
And I'm all out of meteors, so I'm gonna the better part of Valor and 30 feet back here.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, it becomes Arcturius Flick's turn.
Misty step that shit 30 feet back and then do the remaining 30 feet in on foot. Hey,
You've still got your action after that, so you could technically dash.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah. Okay, fuck that. I'll dash the remaining 60 feet. Thank you. Thank you.
Alright.
Tally ho, friends! See you on the other side.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, as it becomes Purple Worm's turn, it's sort of like does a little diving motion over the surface of the swamp and it sort of knocks the middle flag here out.
Ah!
And it turns around and spits onto the floor various worms. Oh no! And then disappears under the water yet again. As it becomes the knight's turn.
Our retreat is cut off!
The knights sort of turn back towards the lot of you who are facing the other worms, and then they yell out to their captain and says, "Captain, behind us!" And the captain goes, "You! Face them and let them taste your steel!" And as a reaction, he points to one of the knights and forces him into a frenzy almost. He runs all the way up. And as he gets to about there, he throws his longsword at one of the worms. And it misses horribly.
You can't throw swords! They're not...
Now, the knight that's the knight that's in front of Thorin tries to kill the worm off so you can finally make your escape.
Yeah!
Wow, almost double nat 20s. And he is good enough to... He stabs the worm in the head and it sort of drives it deep into the floor. And as he pulls it up, you can see a bit of dirt fall off from the tip of the sword, because that's just how far he drove it in. And the worm dies as he makes his dirty feet. Alright, it becomes Thorin's turn, as the other knight also tries to attack the worm. I just didn't want to play with myself too much.
Alright.
So you can imagine those wicked chows going down.
Okay. I am just gonna book it 60 feet. Fuck it. Hut two.
Need your non-squishiness over here with us.
Yep. I'm extra beefy right now. I've got like 60 health.
That must be nice.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
It is very. Yep. That's all I got.
Alright, Carlios.
Oh, actually, can I prepare my bonus action to spiritual weapon something if it gets in my way?
Yes. Did you use your action to dash?
Yes.
Then no.
That's right. I am content with running my ass off.
Alright, Carlios.
Okay. So these snakes are coming up. Oh Jesus, they're coming for me, aren't they?
Yeah, they could be.
That wasn't my question. Are they? Or I just don't know yet.
Oh, you don't know because they just came out fresh from the mouth of a giant one.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, fuck. Nope, I'm going to keep distance. At about here. And I'm going to aim for the middle one with a short bow attack. And when I find it...
Sorry, I'll be right back. I'm just going to turn off my aircon.
That's actually a good question. If they've just come out, they're prone, aren't they?
They're worms.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're worms.
They don't really stand.
Okay, but what I mean is sneak attack or advantage.
Neither.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Just
no one's
check.
near you, yeah.
Just
Okay.
checking.
Do you
I
get
think,
your assassinate stuff? Because they haven't gone yet.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. If you do hit them, you do get assassinate. So.
That is true, yeah. So I get the advantage. Any hit against creatures supposed to critical hit. Okay. So it is advantage because of assassinate, but that's it.
No crit.
Oh no. Right, they're not surprised.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
just
he
advantage.
goes just advantage.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought, yeah.
That hits.
That hits, excellent.
Which worm you going for?
Center. Just right down the middle.
The worm sort of opens its gaping maw at you, and you send an arrow deep into it, and if you could see deep into it, you would know that your arrow lodged itself in the tail on the inside, going down the entire length of the worm.
Oh boy.
You got sneak attack, by the way.
8 piercing damage. Oh yeah, roll sneak attack.
Just curious how I get sneak attack on that one.
Advantage.
If you have advantage.
Oh, okay. It's just by virtue of advantage. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oof.
Nice. Thorin, Tobias, and Arcturus, you can actually see the back of the worm and arrowhead protruding out the tail of it.
Nice.
But is that the end of Carlius' turn?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Alright. The Knight Captain moves forward to finish off the other worm as it becomes Tobias' turn.
Okay. Bonus action. I burn a first level spell slot and get a point back.
Yeah.
And then do move action up to here, and I chuck a firebolt at. Did the middle worm die, or is it just really badly hurt?
It's very badly hurt.
Okay, firebolt. on the middle worm.
Oh yeah, that hits. Roll damage. So the little gap in the tail that's been created by
Alrighty,
by
I'm
the arrow, you firebolt that, and you see the middle of the worm suddenly shine a shimmering yellow light, and it explodes in half from the inside out as it dies. Is that the
that's
end of
my
your
turn.
turn? Okay. Arcturus.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a normal 5-volt. This is at the worm closest to me. I need that one.
Yep. Roll damage. Alright. You sort of burn the side of the worm into little tiny cinders with your firebolt, and you see some eggs start to spill out from the wound.
Use the remainder of my turn to come online with this other knight.
Okay. Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The huge giant worm appears right next to Tobias.
Ah!
And it attacks the three of you with its gaping maw. And then it goes, okapow! Oh, that does hit.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Ah. That's a lot of reading. Alright. DC 19 dexterity save.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
I think I'm gonna use, Tides of Chaos. Get advantage on
what
that.
is 10. Oh yeah, I gotta roll for the knight too. Alright, goodbye all three of you. Alright, now...
Get Asian out!
Fucking ouch.
Ooh, I just realized, hey, you two don't have the Death Ward amulets anymore.
Correct.
Ah,
Yes, that's right.
well, bye. Just waka cow. And a whole bunch of the like the ground gets eaten up, and it's like a big crater there. And the other knights sort of watch on in horror as it devours. Actually, Tobias, Arcturus roll a 1d20 each. It can't attack all three of you at once. I realized how stupid that was. Oh, 15 to not be eaten. Right. And Arcturus, a 1d20. Whoever gets the lowest roll gets swallowed. Ah, well, in that case, the knight disappears.
Thank
But
God.
then Tobias
I mean,
and
okay.
Arcturus flicked. You guys do need to roll dexterity saves to not be thrown away.
Can I use
The previous one?
my old roll, or should
It
I
was
roll?
exactly 15 for the DC.
Jesus.
So you take 11 points.
I'm gonna, since that whole thing... never mind. I still get...
Alright, you guys take 11 points of damage as you're sent 40 feet away from the point of impact.
Can I try and catch one?
Yeah, which one do you catch?
Flick, he's hurt already.
Athletics. Oh yeah, you definitely catch him. He flies sideways through the air and careens into your chest as you princess carry him and then let him to the floor.
Do I save him his damage, or is he
He's gonna take half of that force damage.
better than none?
So like, what, 5 more? Yeah, so Arcturus, you only take 5 points of damage on that.
Okay.
As it becomes the knight's turn, you hear everyone a small whisper behind a lot of you as they go, "May O'Neill heal your wounds." And Tobias and Arcturus, you get healed by healing word. That's not supposed to be a S. There we go. There, you heal for that. That's for Arcturus, and then this one is for Tobias. So 12
Okay, I'm
to
exactly
Arcturus,
back where I was.
11 to Tobias.
Thank you, my son. Thank you.
The knight behind everybody tries to finish off the final worm, which he should do anytime now. He does. The last one dies, and he starts rushing up to the lot of you to join the main fray. And as those two finish up, they run forward, and then they say, "We gotta try to free him from the worm." Oops, sorry, Thorin. Alright, it becomes Thorin's turn.
I will move 30 feet, and I will turn and Sacred Flame this thing.
Yeah.
If I can find it. Haha, dexterity saves.
It hates you.
Haha.
It hates you so much as it makes it save.
Fuck!
And it lets out this low.
The 19. It has to roll a 19 or a 20, and it did.
Man, it's been really good at dexterity. But is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty. Carlios.
Okay, so I just need to measure distances again. No, I'm just going to keep taking pot shots from where I am. And this one here is aiming at the guy on the right. If I can. That one there.
Yep. That hits. Here we are. That does 5 piercing damage as you clock it on the side of the head with another arrow that sort of snaps in half as it hits it.
And just, again, I didn't get any advantage on that one, did I?
No, I don't believe so.
No, just checking.
Yeah. I had to check too, don't worry.
Yeah.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Actually, with my last part of my turn, I will dash 30 feet to about, actually, that'll do, to there. And that will be my turn.
Alright. As you dash to about there, and it becomes the main captain's turn, everybody notices that the worm sort of like bends over a little bit as if it's hurting from the inside. Then it goes, and then you see you see the knights from earlier and Asian sort of both get spat out.
Woo! Hey!
And they are very worse for wear. Asian's missing a good quarter of his body now, and the other knight is sort of in a frenzy, missing an arm and just holding his sword in his remaining hand. So Asian's unconscious. And it becomes the knight captain's turn, who turns around and runs all the way up. And then he inspires the other knight as it becomes Tobias' turn.
I bonus action to burn another first level spell slot, get sorcery point back, and I cast Scorching Ray at the worm.
Yep.
Keep forgetting I have to roll that a bunch of times.
Oh no!
Any of those hit?
You let
Oh no!
you let several scorching rays bursting forward, and the worm sort of weaves on the spot and it dives under the water. Most of it hits the wave of the swamp and dissolves into nothing. Then your final scorching ray bounces off the side of the worm's carapace as it comes back up to the surface, and it ricochets deep into Aishan's face, and it melts it off as he takes that amount of damage. Oh, he takes that amount of damage and dies.
Oh,
Rip.
I just look horrified at what I just did, and then my magic rides uncontrolled for a bit, and
roll a 1d20.
Just straight to 100 because I used the advantage thing before. 83. Each creature within oh dear. I'm sorry. Every creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage, and I regain hit points equal to that.
Wow, you just like soul sucked everyone.
Yeah, but I don't get anything because I'm on full health. So
Jesus.
That's captain, and that's it, I think. Just the
Wait.
captain.
Isn't necrotic damage the type of damage that you can't heal?
No, that's just a necrotic's just a damage type.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it has to have a special effect for it to reduce your max hit points.
I'm back.
Hey,
It's-
you gotta
it's
roll
just-
a 1d10, Thorin. That's
Oh,
the amount
no,
of damage
he's
you
not-
take.
Wait, how far is it? 30 feet, so I think he's right, isn't he?
30 feet? 30 feet from here.
Oh no, I've completely misjudged that, yeah.
Yeah, so
My
everyone
bad.
in this range is affected.
I'm so sorry.
You take that amount of damage.
Alrighty.
As Tobias lets forth this magical energy that he can't control whatsoever and explodes in a black flame all around. At first you think it's flames because they burn so hot, but as they come in contact with your skin they start to turn a black, rotten color. And all of you take that amount of damage. All the knights seem displeased. And you hear one of the knights say to the captain, "This is why we hate magic casters."
Tobias just looks absolutely horrified. And that's his turn.
Alright, Arcturus.
Wait, did Asian die?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was my bad too.
Oh, there isn't
I-
that one.
Yeah. Can I get that as temporary hit points, or does it just do nothing for me?
I think it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Trying to find a silver lining on that, but there is none.
You tried.
Yeah.
Alright,
That wasn't a
If it had been one lower, I could have just taken another action.
Yeah,
That would have
I'm
been
gonna
great.
I'm going to use my mage hand to take my one remaining 3d8 plus 8 healing potion and send it over to Asian and pour it into his mouth.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead? Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind.
So sorry.
Well, I guess I'll remove the remaining 30 feet.
Alright. What, into the worm?
No, over here behind this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still in contact with the worm. As the worm does what worms do, and it tries to bite you. Oh no, roll a 1d20. You have to beat that.
Oh,
Oh,
Alright,
Oh,
you are
boy.
attacked by the worm as it bites down on you. Does a 20 hit?
yeah, 20 hits.
Even with reactions or whatever?
Hang on, let's see if I can reaction shield. That might help. Plus 5 to AC. That puts me at 22 AC.
Do you have spell slots to do it?
Yeah, one spell slot.
Alright, well, there you go. As the worm tries to chomp down on top of you, you see it's more sort of like cover all the earth around you. So everyone sees Arcturus like inside the worm for a split second, but as it tries to close its mouth, the force field sort of stops it from closing around you, and it just and comes back up, and you're still standing there, all fine. And then it turns tail after witnessing that and dives under the water. As it becomes all the knights' turns. The first knight, who is now buffed by Last Stand, rushes up to the other giant worms and he strikes away as it becomes Thorin's turn.
I'll actually wait to see if they kill this worm so I can
Yeah,
make it
I was
that
sure.
attack opportunity.
Not bad. Oh, wrong roll. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Alright, he takes a good chunk out of this worm from behind and he cuts off a big section of its tail, but it still writhes around alive. Alright, now it is your turn.
Alrighty, I will move. All I can do is double dash, so I can't get in range of anything. So fuck it, I'm just gonna run up to here. Hut, 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 hut. And no, I'm not gonna use my luck. I'm just gonna keep running.
Oh yeah, hey, I forgot
Oh,
to
level
move the
2
worms. They're supposed to go on the big guy's turn. So what would have happened was they actually come like this.
Oh, okay. So can I weave between them?
Probably, depends where you're going to end up.
Right, like that. Can I do that?
Yeah, I think you're still going to be out of reach. Yeah, it's fine.
Woo!
But there is an attack on one of the other knights, and they seem to deflect the blows, except for the second guy. They deflect most of the blows as best as they can, and they seem okay. Alright. But yeah, you get to there. What do you wish to do?
I will healing word Arcturus. Ha-pa-pa.
Thank you.
I know, I was about to say the same.
Very good.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yep, so I got. Can you hear me? Hello.
Kalius.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, are these actual enemies, or what are these things?
They're a mass of worms. They don't move, but they do spit poison at you, or acid at you.
Right.
I think it's Tobias at the very back between the two giant dudes.
Yeah. So I'm going to weave my way through in between these masses. Oh, come on. Up to here. And that's with my movement and my dash. And then I'm going to where are we? Use the rapier from behind. So that gives me advantage. And they are unarmored, so
Correct.
got one there.
That definitely hits.
Yep. And sneak attack.
Oh, you won't need to, because it dies immediately. As
Oh,
you stab
there you
your
go.
rapier deep into the length of the worm. As you yank it out, all the thorns tear the worm from the inside out, leaving a fray of worm giblets near the head. The head's still intact, the body is like a bunch of strands as it dies.
Excellent.
I will also remove that, because that's huge. Also, bye, Eshin.
No!
Is that the end of your turn?
Get his daggers! Get his daggers! Oh wait, could I have grabbed his daggers?
Yes, it is. And that's actually a good point. Can we grab the daggers?
You can tell that he doesn't have anything other than his armor, and even his armor has been melted through by acid.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, that's fair.
He was
Time to fucking goes.
he was in there for a long time too.
Exactly, yeah. He
I'm
probably
surprised he survived long enough
was
to be
probably-
killed by me.
a more merciful death than what he was having, so
That's
Probably
a
grateful.
sentence that you just said.
Alright, is that the end of your turn, Kalius?
yes, it is. Yeah.
Alrighty. Knight Captain's turn. He runs all the way up to the first worm and then
Obliterates it.
does nothing because it's out of his reach. After sprinting for so
Aw.
long, he like captaining is hard work. As if it comes to Bias's turn.
Let's see. Bonus action. Burn my last spell slot for another sorcery point. And then gonna move up to here and firebolt the big worm. Well, the middling-sized worm.
Roll
Oh,
a
that's
fireball.
scorching ray. Wrong one. Firebolt.
Oh, thank God you did the wrong one.
And I think I'm going to use my advantage thing because I've got no other spells to spend to trigger it if I. So
Go
where
for
is
it.
it? Oh, wait, let's roll again.
Ah.
That's a bit better.
You manage to weave the firebolt in between the two knights and you smack the worm in the face. So roll damage. for that amount of fire damage as it sort of reels up in pain. Is that then your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Arcturius.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to run with, so I'm just gonna giddy up to there. And then turn around and just drop a firebolt